In the current COVID-19 climate, there are a number of industries, including the travel industry, who are now adapting to a new work from home method. To me, this doesn't make too much of an impact as I work from home already. However, there are so many people out there that are having a really hard time trying to get their head around this process. So I wanted to take the time to share a few tips that may get you through if you have now found yourself working from home.
Hey, I'm Steph, and I'm obsessed with all things travel, marketing, branding, and helping you stand out from the crowd. In just under 2 years, I went from being a home-based travel agent with zero clue how to make it work in the digital world to launching an international ranking travel podcast and creating an online course to help travel agents in lead generation. Here's one thing I know for sure. There has never in the history of the world been a better time to create the travel business you've always wanted. All you need is an actionable strategy and someone to show you the way. Picture this, we're going to spend the next hour of our time together at the Swim Up Pool Bar where over a cocktail, we deep dive into travel-related topics, mixed with a little classroom training. This show is dedicated to encouraging you to step outside of your comfort zone and into your travel business. I'll show you how I did it and how you can too. Hit subscribe now and let's get into it. If you're a travel agent wanting to onboard your perfect fit clients into your biz, download my free cheat sheet for lead generation systems you can use right now. Head to stephaниemyers.academy/cheat sheet. You're listening to Unplug in Paradise, the podcast.
Welcome back to Travel by Stephanie, the social podcast. If you're a brand new listener, thank you for joining us. And my name is Stephanie Myers. I'm an MTA mobile travel agent based here on the sunny southeast Queensland, New South Wales border. The one I'm not allowed to cross due to the current closures, which feels really, really strange. And I have been stopped to inspect my permit because I live ridiculously close to the border. And yeah, they made me feel like I was a yellow number-plated fugitive trying to escape to greener pastures. But I suppose the government and the Border Protection have to do what they need to do. Anyway, today's episode is aimed at those working professionals who have found themselves having to adapt to a work-from-home situation. So whether your professional role in your industry occasionally requires you to pick up some of those bigger tasks and work on them at home, or if you've landed yourself in your home office because of the social distancing in your workplace and it's safer to work remotely. And realistically, this can be incredibly daunting. I get it. You're busy as hell, you've got important tasks to do, you're at home, you're not in your traditional workspace, you're surrounded in distractions, running of the house, you've most likely got kids, a partner if you have one, and you're most likely on a deadline. Does that all sound pretty familiar? I can rest assured that you are not the only one freaking out, and I've got some really helpful tips especially for you. So let's dive in. All right, so you're sitting in your home office space, whether it be a setup in your bedroom or poked in the corner of the living room, or you have the all-time luxury of having a dedicated space you can call your office. Jealous. So wherever you may be, you've most likely spent hours and hours of your life trying to get your head around how this is all going to work. And believe me when I say it will definitely come together for you, so please try not to stress out. If you're having to start from scratch by setting up the tech side of your work, then I suggest having a clear head before you start. Nothing is worse than jumping into the task that already confuses you just thinking about it. So best plan it out little by little and you will get there. Fast forward to when you have completed your setup and now you are running on all cylinders. You're busy and that is so great, but does it ever stop? I mean, what are you still doing at your computer? It's way past your bedtime and you are still working. I get this. This is my life. As I record this at 1 o'clock in the morning. It's been my life for almost 2 years for having a business from home. And even though there is a cultural expectation that women generally should always be busy, we allow this to claim ownership over majority of our time. At the end of the day, it's human nature to want to belong and feel our contributions are being valued, especially now we're at home and pouring more in than we've ever have. You've got a damn long to-do list in one hand and your phone won't stop blowing up in the other. If you've arrived to the train of thought of how am I expected to balance work life and home life at the same time, then these tried and tested strategies are for you. That way you can break up with the busy without busy noticing too much. So the tip is not to free fall into the rabbit hole, the abyss of busyness, and take residence in the overscheduled lifestyle and allow that tempo to become your normal. That is such a big no. During these unprecedented times, we need a little something more in our lives right now. And that something starts with F. Yes, you got it. Flexibility. And for those in the back. So as a single mum to a very, very active 4-year-old son who absolutely loves my full attention 99% of the time while we're at home, it's always impossible to get through the day without adding some flexibility into your daily routine. So my tip is to introduce this early into your work from home journey to give you the chance to breathe your way through your workload. Believe me when I say that you'll notice the difference to your productivity almost immediately. To ensure you're getting through the list of emails, the list of text messages, and the missed call reminders in a manner that you're not sliding into the constant rushing, over planning, over scheduling, the commitments, events, and obligations, be mindful of how flexible each task or could each task have the potential to be flexible. So taking things at a more steady pace does not mean you are lazy or that your workload is not important. It's to ensure that you do not slip off your well-organized rails while possibly working in an environment that you're not sure how you can be productive in. And even for those who are well experienced and work from home on a permanent basis, this can also apply to you. Exercise and healthy eating both play a huge role in your mood and energy levels throughout the day. So if you have the time in your day that's already mostly jam-packed, try and plan out your meals for the following day while you're working from home, and so the kids have plenty of snacks that are easily accessible. Try doing some stretches while you're on hold. I know sometimes for us travel agents, we can be on hold for anywhere up to an hour, up to 2 hours sometimes if we're on hold to an airline. My TAs out there would feel me there. But the best thing that I could suggest is investing in some Bluetooth wireless headpieces. So you can still be on hold, which us travel agents are on hold pretty much all our life, and still be able to move freely around your house rather than feeling handcuffed to your desk or your workspace. And if you're completely overwhelmed, your mind is too busy to think straight and your emotions are running high, you're getting that chest seizing, heart racing, vision blurring, stars flying, you need to stop what you are doing straight away. You need to jolt yourself, pick up something else like filling up the sink to do some dishes or jump in the shower or say your ABCs backwards. Whatever it is, to slam on your brakes and instantly become aware of your surroundings. It's not easy, but it is such a rewarding technique to learn, as let's face it, everyone's life is busy. We're only human, and you need to give yourself a little more credit than what you already do. So today we've gone through the struggles of working from home, and at this time of recording, it's under extreme duress as we are now in level 3 of lockdown, and it is most likely going to progress more. So we are encouraged to self-isolate and practice social distancing in workplaces and at home amongst family members. We've also touched on some ways to manage the busy and tackle bite-sized tasks that are manageable to help with your productivity and, more importantly, your mental health while working remotely. So from one working professional go-getter to another, you have got this. Absolutely. I believe in you. And if you need any more tips or would like to get in touch and let me know the things that you're doing and what you're putting in place at home to break up with the busy, then I would love to hear from you. Don't forget to be kind to yourself, others, and remember that we are all in this together. You deserve to enjoy some downtime too. So wherever possible, as we all need to recharge our batteries, go and do something you enjoy. And when the world starts spinning again and your confidence in travel begins to return, I would love to chat with you about destinations and experiences that you have in mind, because I don't know about you, but damn, do we need a holiday after all this. Oh, it's been hard so far. Feeling rather grateful for where I live though. It is paradise here, but I do know that there is so many people that aren't dealing with the self-isolation, especially at home and being away from their loved ones and things like that. So keep in mind, if you're needing a holiday, I can most likely enjoy a chat with you. If you are a part of my travel community online or would like to be, let me know, because I have got a cruise travel community on Facebook. It's Travel by Stephanie, the cruise community. Or if you're keen to jump on my mailing list, I do send out updates every month. Not only will you have access to all the latest travel deals, but you will just be kept in the loop when your confidence has returned, where you can hit the ground running with your travel arrangements. Also, if you've enjoyed the podcast, head over to your favourite podcast platform. Make sure you hit subscribe or leave me a review, and I love reading them. They actually make my day, so please leave me one. And share the love with your family, friends, colleagues, and travel buddies. Oh, and one last thing before you leave, the cruisers out there, please jump onto my cruise community group on Facebook, as I post relevant cruise updates for Australian sailings, and I can talk ship with all the cruise lovers on there, but it is imperative to keep in touch with what is going on. So I hope to see you in there. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay connected. And always make sure you're checking in with your family and friends. Okay, well, I look forward to talking to you all soon. Bye.